What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tankstay here, coming with another video here. Just a quick video. Just wanting to go over the top 5 changes I would make to PvP. And as you all know, I was a former uh, PvP player. Used to be highly active in the 4s and 5 scenes back in the day in 2011 to 2014, 2015. And came back to the game about a month ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I did miss it. I'm having a lot of fun here, and so yeah, I just want to go over some things that I would like to see. Um, PvP for the most part has been kind of dead for the most part, it seems, according to the people who kind of stayed. So um, just wanted to give my ideas on what I would do to start bringing people back so we can get some fours going. You feel me? But yeah, let's go ahead and start off. First one, short and simple. Reduce the reduce the mark cost, bro. Reduce the mark cost. There should be no reason why tier 1 gear should be 13,000 marks or something like that. I think you should cut the prices in half, especially for a quote unquote dead mode. I don't think that we should be having to grind out 13,000 marks for T1, and then I think I saw a piece of T5 gear or whatever the latest gear is, and it was like 5,000 marks for a piece, which is insane, especially for a mode that's quote unquote dead. So first thing, I think that would bring players back, or at least want a PvP, because now they know, like, okay, well, the gear's not that crazy. Like, it still has a grind, but like, you're not having to fucking, you know, play 8 months for a mode and wait for 2 matches a day because no one's in there, right? So lower the cost. I think that would drive more people. Second thing I would do, add PvP artifacts. Obviously, I would love it to see on the test server. I know recently a lot of community has been upset because they haven't been putting things on test server, but I would love for them to put PvP artifacts on the test server. Um, just give some gnarly abilities, just to kind of play and see what that would look like. I think that would give another incentive for players to want to grind the mode out, get a little bit creative with the combos that they can put together, and then also I think that would drive a nice, healthy, competitive scene, because now you can kind of get creative and um, make some crazy combos, I would think, and it just gives you something else to grind in the mode. So people who don't want to just PvE all day, they can at least grind it. They'll have that there, or all PvP augments. Like there's things they can do in that regard. Third, the third thing that I would do to PvP, this may be a little controversial, but I do think that this would again give incentive for people to PvP and have the gear, and that would be to make all PvP gear. Um, anytime that you're doing like a PvP instance or a PvP activity, aka open world or anything like that, dueling, um, you need to have your PvP gear on. That's just going to not only have people grind the mode, but also um, it would just kind of eliminate the craziness that you see. Like, you don't want to be dealing with like a bunch of henchmen and all this other shit in the open world. Just, it doesn't make any sense to be penalized having the actual gear for the actual mode that you're doing, and other people are just able to use what they just got and be able to kill you. So I think that's a little crazy. I think you need to make the PvP here matter, um, and then go from there. Fourth thing that I would do is nerf mental. Um, Coming back in a month, I didn't really believe, or didn't want to believe, that mental somehow became like this crazy ass power. Back when I was playing, mental was kind of like, mental had its flavor of the month moment, um, when Ghost and Dog was very very strong, and so that's when it was like very popular. But then they had nerfed it, and for good reason, because especially on PlayStation, where there was like an intense lag coming out of it, so like you would get dogged and then ghosted and then dogged and then ghosted. It felt like, and it just made 4s and 5s super annoying, especially against coordinated teams who aren't just spamming their moves. But in this case, now, they have a guaranteed one shot. It the electrocute move has like crazy stun and is doing crazy damage. It just seems very buggy, to be honest. And I think if when I come back and the first thing people said mental ruins PvP, I'm like, well, goddamn, it must have been pretty bad. And it's pretty bad. I mean, obviously there's counters and stuff like that, but um, I think if you nerf that, it'll show good faith and people will start coming back to the mode because now they don't have to worry about being electrocuted all day and just not having fun in the mode. And then the fifth thing is just organizing. I think the fifth thing is going to be more of a community thing and just organizing more PvP events. Um, there's some group of talented Legends players that I recently just came across who are really good at Legends. Um, but I personally have always been an arenas player, so it has been a little bit different. I'm just playing Legends and stuff. It is a little bit more parody in there, but I think as a community, we just kind of have to just band together and really just create events, whether it's tournaments or um, kind of do what Multiverse does. I think that's always good. Just get people to get into the mode, and I think on top of that, plus with mark decrease and different things like that, I just think you will have a more healthy PvP, and then it'll get back to its core roots of this game, which is heroes versus villains, and I think people would just enjoy it more that way. And yeah, those are the top 5 things I would do to PvP. Let me know what you guys would do in the comment section. But until next time, appreciate y'all and peace. Have a good one. Deuce.